Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Starting off the week pretty exciting here. Monday, April 21st, and we're gonna try to put some corn in the ground here very shortly. Got seed loaded. I test ran the liquid system with water, which I've already did that once. You guys saw that in previous videos. We already did it once, but I wanted to do it one more time, make sure everything was right before we put fertilizer in. So now we are putting our fertilizer blend in, and I'll get into that more another day, possibly even a different video on what we're doing with that there. We loaded up some 6184 Beck's corn, so we're gonna go try to put it in here. It's dry enough. Woke up this morning and it was raining, but it turned out to not be very much at all. So we kind of thought we weren't gonna be doing anything today, but after seeing how much rain there was, the wind came out today, sun came out, it dried it out pretty good. So we're gonna go out here after we get a couple 100 gallon in here. We'll go out here and drop it in the ground and see what kind of problems we can find, I guess. Hello everybody, it's Cody again, and we're slamming beans, same old, same old. We're here at the farm though, not very far from the farm. We're just here in the valley. It's very dry, as you could tell, or I mean, you can't really see the dust on here, but it's dust rolling, and it just rained this morning, so who knows? It's planting good, so we're gonna plant it here. Today is the 21st, I believe, of April. Yeah, I just got started here about an hour ago. I had to wake my old dad at school, but we're here now. We'll get this 65-ish acres done here, and I think it'll put me at like 565 acres done. So I'm very proud of myself, to say the least. I'm just kidding. No, but it's pretty good for April for us, or the time of year that it is for us. But yeah, I mean, doing pretty good. Planter's doing good. I've had a couple small little things that happen, but nothing major, knock on wood. I think birdseed's actually getting started on some corn today. I've had some going out the driveway, so that's a good deal. I got this 60 acres done, or hold on, maybe not 60 acres. 59 acres, my bad, I lied. Here in the valley. So we're gonna park it for the day. Dad said to, because he's running a little behind in the sprayer. We're gonna fold up here and run down the road to the barn. Went through one pack of pink peeps that I got for Easter. That's all it took to get me through this field, so pretty good. I feel like peeps are getting hard to get anymore. Has anybody noticed that? It's not hard to get during this time of the year because it's Easter year, but like season. But I feel like off-season peeps, like, getting a little difficult to find. That might just be me. I might not be good at looking for them. But yeah, I think they're a great snack. Sugar and marshmallow. Oh well, you know. I think if you like drink water with them or something, then it kind of cancels out the badness with good. Hello. We just got the planter parked there, and looking here, or we had to come back to the field here where we just planted, so couldn't help but get out and look and see how I performed. But it looks pretty good to me. The spiked closing wheels do a great job on this. Really, anywhere they do a really good job. Making sure they crumbles up the ground right on top of it. We'll see how deep we are here. Looks like there's one right at about 1.25 inches. Can't be too mad about that. 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches. Try to poke them in the ground around there.
Yeah, looks all right to me. I'm happy with it, so we'll head back to the farm here and see what else we get into.
Okay, we're going. I've been going for a little while here, just trying to get everything dialed in and set up properly. So it's all going good now. Getting back used to everything. It's about 9:45 right now, so I've just got a little bit of fertilizer left. I don't know exactly how much it is. Looks like we got about 50 gallons left. So I think I'm gonna go until I run out of that and then call it a night here. Got 23.5 acres done there. So we'll probably be up to 25 by the time we run out here. So going good. It's just a touch wet, but for this ground, it's really not a problem, especially because we're gonna be getting rain here on Thursday. So it's gonna get rained on. This ground dries up very quickly, so if you don't plant it just a little bit wet, then the hills get so dry you can't hardly get it into the ground. You can't get the planter in the ground. So planting it a little bit wet usually tends to be a little bit better here. So it is just a hair stickier than I'd like tonight, but I think tomorrow morning we get that sun out and it'll, burn off the dew and everything, and I think it'll be a little bit better conditions. So, but I'm glad we got everything going here tonight, so we'll try to have a big day tomorrow. I'm gonna try videoing while I'm folding, but it's not a very good idea because something bad could happen. But we gotta go up with 3 points. This is really not ideal. Usually I'm a little bit easier because I've got the SCV, but I'm just using the button right now. Okay. We got 28.5 acres in. So that's good for a first day, starting at I don't think I actually got into the field till 7:30. By the time I got everything set up right, so that's okay. Get that hydraulics off there. But anyways, get our engine set back where it needs to be at, transmission back. Been trying to run a little bit higher on the RPMs on the tractor going through the field. Seems to help it have a little bit more power. So anyways, we're gonna get this, I think I'll just back it in the shed here for tonight, since I gotta go over that way to the shed where my truck is anyways. So I'm gonna get the seed tender backed in because I've got enough corn out to run out here for a little while, so I won't really need to bring the seed tender back home yet. So we'll go get this put in and we'll try to get started first thing in the morning. All right, got it backed in for tonight. Grab my seed tender, put it in, and head home. Okay, we are back at it here this morning. Just out checking everything, making sure it's all working right before we do too many acres. We've already done a good bit. We had to work around these holes out here in the field, so I got that all worked out. And now we're just going back and forth until we got to fill up with fertilizer. Hey guys, hopefully you can hear me all right. But we just got filled up here with some soybeans, We're here in this about 100-ish acre field. I got the inrows on. It's about 11 something, but I'm gonna try to run it tonight, just so I can get it done. We got rain coming, I believe Friday or something. So if I can get this done, that'd be great. And this is, we worked this really good to plant the rapeseed. And then the rapeseed didn't really like the soil around here. So, yeah, that's how that went. But it's really no big deal. It's planting great. So
since it's dry here, it's got no cover on it really, it's just bare dirt. While it's dry, I think I should take advantage and get it planted before I'm waiting forever for it to dry out in this little dry spell we got here. But yeah, I think Brad's been planting corn all day today. Today is April, I want to say 22nd. I don't know, I've been losing track of my days here lately. But yeah, I've been really hammering at it, planting here. Really good, doing really good this season so far, productivity wise. Yeah, we're gonna throw some talc on this here and then we'll get to it. I'll catch you guys up here a little bit later in the night. But yeah, getting her done slowly but surely, one pass at a time.
Okay, well, I haven't been very good at videoing today, but it is like 12:30 now, and we have gotten a lot of acres done, but it's been pretty uneventful, so that's good. Been sitting here going back and forth, so we did a couple of other fields, and now we're in the last field, kind of in this area. I've got 38 acres out of 60 of it done, and basically I'm just waiting for either my seed or my fertilizer to run out, which is going to happen here in the next few minutes. And then I'm gonna go home and then come back in the morning. I don't have the seed with me to finish this up, so that was kind of my plan: run out of seed, get the seed in the morning, come out here, finish up, and then figure out where we're gonna go to next tomorrow. So that's the plan. Still just going back and forth here. Nice wide open field. I got the little fields and stuff done earlier, that way I could do this tonight. Figured I'd be out here in the dark, so worked out pretty good. Just backed into the shed here again tonight, and we've got a friend in here, an owl. I'm up on his hours right now. This is actually good because it keeps all of the other birds from being in here, and we have had trouble with birds getting in here and crapping all over everything. So that's a good thing to see, that we got an owl. I'll keep the other birds out of here.
Hey everybody, Cody here. It's about 4:30. We ran out of seed, of course, and ran out in the seed tender. But we got a box lifted up here, and we'll climb up here and open her up, and then head back to the field. All I got's a little front part there to finish up, and then I'll be done. But yeah, I had to come back and get the seed. I figured I would, but oh well. Okay, after a little bit of a long morning, we are in the planter, and we're almost finished with this field that we were in last night. So, on the last pass, got seed loaded up. I had to get that out of the back of the shed. It ended up being all the way in the back. So I got that out, and then I remembered that that box did not have all 45 units in it because they were too big to fit in the box, so I had to go all the way in the back on the other row and get the bags out that went with it. And then I remembered that I had a little bit of seed left over from last year, and it's the same hybrid, 6585 Bex. So I pulled that out, put it in, so now we've got a total of 51 units in the planter. So we're gonna finish up this 20 acres that we had here north of town, and then we're going to be done out here in just a couple of seconds, and then we'll head back home, and we're going to plant there at the main farm today. Okay, we made it back to the main farm. We gotta get some fuel, and Dad is loading up fertilizer down over the hill right now, so we should have that ready to go. And we're gonna go out here in this field in front of the house and start, and hopefully we're going to plant a test plot today. Okay, we've been running here at the farm, and everything's going okay. The ground is pretty hard here. It's very dry.
so we're having a little bit of trouble pushing the planter in the ground in certain places. Now other places it's good, like right here I was digging. We've got real nice moisture underneath, but the top of the ground is just so hard, and we've got this compaction. It's just making it really difficult to get it in, so I'm having to go pretty slow and let it push in, and I'm just doing the best we can here. Okay, well, it has been a heck of an afternoon. We've had a few problems, but we are finally getting our test plot in. So Michael's here, Seed Advisor from Beck's. We are getting our test plot in, getting in some new hybrids and some of the older ones to check them off with, and everything. So this will be exciting to see throughout the year. I've got it here along the road where we're going to be able to watch it all year. It's 24 rows in off the end rows, so it's not too far off at where we can't get to it. And so I'm going to explain to you what problems we've had here after a while whenever I get some time. I'm trying to get this finished up before dark, that way we can see what we're doing here. But we just have to go through, put in every hybrid, and we do 6-row increments, and then we'll harvest 6 rows at a time. So we got a different hybrid in each 6 rows on the planter. So that's what we're doing here. I've just got to go to the end right here, doing about 800 feet of each one. So we're about here, so I better make sure I'm doing everything right. Okay, we got everything settled in, figured out, test plot done. And so I was going good, and then Michael got here to start setting up the test plot, and then I was kind of figuring out where I wanted to put it at, and figuring out how many lines we needed and everything. I was getting ready to turn onto a row to mark it where we're going to start at, and I kicked the auto steer on, and all of a sudden there's just oil spraying all over my windshield, all over the ground, everything. And so I immediately shut the tractor down. I had stuff running, but I had to shut it down in order to save all the oil. So we got to look and finally figured out that it's a line that goes to a little steering motor underneath the cab right here, basically like right to the right of the steering column. And so there was a line that had rubbed on the frame and ended up busting, and so that's what it was. The line was probably about a foot or 2 foot, maybe about 1.5 feet long. So we finally got it out. It was a pain to get to, and we finally got it out, went up to the shop. We had everything we needed to make the new hose. Then finally got it back in there, which was even more of a pain, getting it all twisted right and everything. So we finally got that done, and then we were able to get our test plot finished up just before dark. So got all that finished up. We're sitting at 65 acres right now. We got 90 in the field, hoping to get this done tonight. That way tomorrow we can work on a couple of these little patches, and then we got a couple more little bigger fields up the road that I'm hoping to work on tomorrow before it ends up raining, but not exactly sure what time it's going to start. Filling up with some fertilizer to finish up for tonight. Got about 20 acres left now. Okay, we just got that finished up. 88 acres there. So it's 12:07. So I'm gonna head on home. Okay, it is the next day, and we haven't had a very productive morning. We've had issues and other things to do, and so we got about 30 acres planted, and it's starting to rain now. So I'm gonna take this down and put it in the barn and kind of wait this rain and see what it does. This rain really isn't gonna hurt anything because it's so dry that we're having such a hard time getting the planter in the ground that it may help it soften up the ground a little bit here. So we'll get this put up and then go from there. Right, it is now Saturday, yesterday we did just a bunch of catch-up work. I did a lot of sorting in the seed shed after the rain and everything came through. I think we got a couple inches, so it's definitely great for everything we've got in the ground. We've got, I think, over 700 acres of soybeans in and like 350 acres of corn in, so we're doing very good. I'm really glad to have some rain on what we did get in. So we're going to be out of the fields here for a little bit today. Just got done feeding, and I loaded up 3 bulls, 2 older bulls and then a young one that we're going to turn in right now with our replacement heifers for next year. So we're wanting them to calve right at the end of January, beginning of February. So we're going to go ahead and kick these bulls in with them. That way they're ready to calve, and those cows will be up into the calving barn this coming winter. So that's what we're working on here today. Just trying to catch up on a lot of this stuff that I wanted to do while we were in the corn planter, but just couldn't get around to it. We were busy. So we're going to try to make some seed deliveries today. That way all of our customers have their seed that they need. So that way whenever it does dry out, they're ready to go. So that's just kind of finishing up some of the stuff for the dealership and getting all that done. So we're gonna head back to the main farm. We're leaving out here at the other farm. We had these out here in the barn, so we'll head back and turn these in the pasture. Okay, we just turned the bulls in. They're all out there checking out the heifers. Everyone, thank you for watching this week's video. Please like and subscribe down below. Leave me a comment, and we'll see you next week.